Hello, my dear warriors. Welcome, Tanuja, Hemant. Welcome, Sri Priya, Shravan, Jayant, E.G. Remas, Mohammed, Tamil. Welcome, Adi. Welcome, Sri Priya. Welcome, everyone. Nice to see you guys back. And welcome to the most amazing session on reoptics, which you're going to love it today because I'm going to show you some nice tricks. I'm going to show you some nice formulas. I'm going to show you some nice methods of solving some really good questions for your JEE preparation, BitSat preparation, EMSAT preparation. So today's chapter that we are going to solve, it's basically ray optics. So ray optics is a very high weightage chapter for JEE, for BitSat, for any CET exam that you're going to give. And you need to make sure that you are well prepared so that you save time in this heavy weightage chapter, because there will be more than one question. That means you need to save up a lot of time, and also if you leave this chapter you will lose those marks. So I don't want you to lose those marks. So guys, make sure you have hit the subscribe button so that you do not miss any of my sessions, problem solving, theory, one shots, mock tests, strategies. Also make sure you smash the like button down there, and let me just say hello to all the live students down here in the chat box. Hello everyone. So time is up, waiting to see you. Yes, and I am here, guys. Yes, welcome guys. Will this be useful for NEET? Yes, definitely. So if you did not prepare Tanuja for physics at all, I'll tell you, bacha, simple way to start preparing for physics. I'll give you two options. See, if you have time and you can prepare in detail, then go to the playlist tab, and then what you do is go to the 11th and the 12th standard section down here. You can see class 11th, class 12th. There is a detailed full playlist out here. So you can just open this. Okay, all the chapters are there. So all the chapters, 11th, 12th, everything is there. This is 11th standard. Similarly, 12th standard is there. But if you want to do it in short, then go up one shots formula revision, quick revision. So you can go, you can revise formulas, or you can go to one shot physics, or somewhere between one shot and full syllabus, you have this JEE quick revision theory and problems. That also option is there. In 84 classes, you will be done. In 84 classes, entire 11th and 12th standard. So this is somewhere in between the long term and you will say the one shot. Okay. So Amisha, just refresh, bacha. I am pretty sure it will work fine. Yes, I have already started Sasinol Potiwalar for EMSAT. If you have not seen, let me just show that to you as well. Just go to the live tab and you will find it right over here, EMSAT session. So I started over here the strategy session for EMSAT for top ranks, and then this was my first session. So every week I'll be conducting one session, chemistry one session, maths one session will be there. So all the three subjects, every week you're going to have sessions. Is that okay? So I hope that is very clear. So are you guys ready for the session? Dates for JEE Yukta, just check out my previous video. I have mentioned how not to get worried about JEE dates and what are my predictions of the JEE dates. Everything is given. So I guess you guys are ready. Good evening, Imran. Good evening, Amisha. Good evening, JEE 2024. Nice to see some new subscribers out here. And let's begin with the class with some amazing questions. Smash the like button, I hope. Yes, go ahead, smash the like button. Yep. So let's begin with the class with me, Shreyas. That's my quick introduction slide. You can have a look at it later on. So let's start with some super tricks. Especially, let's start with this kind of problem where you have two inclined mirrors, and you place an object, and then there are multiple images formed. Now, how many of you have faced difficulty in these kind of questions where you had to draw ray diagrams, you had to find, okay, this mirror reflects the object, so image is formed here. This is the image because of the reflection, and this mirror will reflect this object over here. This will form an image. This image will be the object for this mirror. Again, a reflection. It's crazy to, do it procedural where you find each image separately because of these two mirrors till you find the last image which is formed. One thing to keep in mind whenever you have inclined mirrors is that these inclined mirrors reflect each other's images till the last image coincides with some other image of the mirror, or basically it forms a complete circle. How many of you are able to see a circle, dear? Let me know in the chat box how many of you are able to see Hello Avatu, every EMSAT aspirant, BITSAT aspirant, CET aspirant, JEE aspirant should attend this complete session. So are you able to see a circle? So all the images due to multiple reflection, this guy's reflection, this will get reflected there, this will again reflect here, this will again reflect there. You will see a circle is formed. Everyone, now the number of images, there is a direct formula. Do you see there is an angle between the mirrors? Do you see this mirror and this mirror, there is an angle? So just divide 360 with that angle. You choose any number in your mind, divide 360 with that angle, and if it is even, make it odd. If it is odd, let it be odd. If it is odd, let it be odd. If it is even, make it odd by subtracting 1. For example, my dear students, let us say one mirror is here, one mirror is here. One mirror is here, one mirror is here. This is mirror 1, this is mirror 2. Okay? And let us say, for example, there is an object placed over here. There is an object placed over here. I want to see how many images are formed. First things first, 360 by theta. That means 360 divided by 90. How much it is going to be? 4, right? Now 4 is an even number. 4 is an even number, guys. So if it is an even number, what are you going to do? Then minus 1. Subtract 1 from it. So the number of images will be 4 minus 1. That means 3 images will be formed. 3 images will be formed. So actually one image is formed here, another image is formed here, another image is formed here. So I3, I2 and I1. So this is how you are going to go about it. Hello Ravi Kumar, nice to see you back. For current electricity, you saw one shot and understood the concepts very clearly, but you want to solve more problems. So, okay, watch my Zero to Superhero, watch my Flash series or Pathfinder series, where I have solved many more problems from each subtopic as well. So watch those series so you can get additional practice and additional boost for solving different variety of questions. Is that okay? Edits 804M views. Alright, yes, you're a little bit late, Parsuram, but it's okay. You can rewind back 4-5 minutes and you can catch up at 2x speed. Good evening, 2K gamers. So let's use this and solve some questions. What say, guys? Let's use this and solve some questions. Let's see how many of you are able to solve this particular question. Okay, so basically, there are two mirrors. And let us say they are inclined at 60 degrees. Let's see how many of you are able to quickly figure out, if I place an object over here, find the number of images formed. Come on, my dear warriors, I want you guys to spam it just like Jan did it for the previous question. Come on, like, come on, Madhubala, Triveni, Amisha, Imran, Tanuja, Avaktu, A Singh, come on, Sri Priya, everybody start spamming how many number of images will be formed. Just try to figure this out. So 360 divided by 60, how much is it? 6, right? So 6 is basically an even number. So basically the number of images will be 6 minus 1. So 5 images will be formed. As simple as that. Everybody with me on this? Excellent, guys. Awesomeness. So similarly, if somebody tells you that one mirror is like this, one mirror is like this, and the total angle is 120, and you place an object over here, find the number of images. Come on, my dear warriors, just like you spam for the last question, try to spam it for this question as well. Quickly tell me how many number of images will be formed, and imagine how much time you would have saved just because you attended this class. Nitesh is saying 3, somebody is saying 2. Come on, figure this out quickly. So 360 divided by 120, my dear students, is 3, right? Is 3, right? What is this? This is an odd number. What did I tell you before? If it is odd, keep it as it is. Do not change anything. Let it remain odd. So the number of images will be 3. So 3 images only. Always the answer will be odd for this if it is symmetrical. Is that clear? Not 2. A lot of people made a mistake. They subtracted -1 and that's why you got the wrong answer. That's why you have to attend these classes. Let's do another question coming up on your screen. Let's see how many of you can do this. There are two plane mirrors inclined at 45 degrees. There is an object placed exactly symmetrically. How many images will be formed in this? How many images will be formed in this? Yes, Sri Priya, symmetrical. When you are symmetrical, then use this, placing that object symmetrical, that is basically angular bisector. Come on, my dear students, figure this bit out. How many number of images will be formed because of this? Come on, come on, come on. Somebody is saying A, 7. Is that? Let's see. Let's figure this out. So 360 divided by 45. Divided by 45. How much is it, guys? How much is it, guys? Is it not 8? So 8 is nothing but an even number. Correct, my dear students? Correct. Now what will you do? The number of images will be 8 minus 1. So it will be 7 number of images. Always make the even an odd number by subtracting 1. If it is odd, keep it as odd. So yes, you guys are right about it. The correct answer is 7. Option A. Perfecto. Now I'm going to increase the level of difficulty. It's not going to be so simple. So now see how you are going to solve this question. How you are going to solve this question. One mirror is here, one mirror is here, one mirror is here. It is forming an equilateral triangle. There is an object placed exactly at the centroid. Object is placed exactly at the centroid. These mirrors will form so many images. The question is, how many images will be formed? This can be a good level question. This will be like a bouncer. This will be like a googly by the NTA for all the students. Many students will not have head or tail clue about how to solve this. But if you think little bit, you will understand that you can use a small trick and you can simplify the question. But even after using the trick, there is another catch. Okay, so let's try to solve this. So some of you are saying infinite. Tanuja and Tamil is saying infinite. What about others? Amisha Srivatsav, yes, I'll be doing full syllabus mock test in a few days. First, we'll start with problem solving series topic wise. So topic wise revision is very important in the month of December, and January there is no exam. You know that, right? January there is no JEE Mains exam. It will happen only in April. So we have time for full syllabus mock test. Don't worry about it. Okay, directly jumping to full syllabus mock test does not make sense. You should understand your weak points. Now is the time to cover up your backlogs, cover up your mistakes, improve on your weak points to make it stronger and all of that. Very good, Chintubai Risker. 0, 13, so many of you are confused. I'll tell you what you can do. Take 2 mirrors at a time. When you take these 2 mirrors, this object will form images in this circle. Correct? Think about it. If you take these 2 mirrors will form images in this circle. Correct? Similarly, if you take these 2 mirrors, then this object will form images in this circle. Correct? In this particular circle. Similarly, if you take this and this mirror, then this object will form images in this particular circle. Do you see that? So count the number of images in each of these 3 circles. Count the number of images in any of these circles like this. So this, this and this. So that's all I have done. If you notice, there will be images formed in this particular circle. There will be, images formed in this particular circle as well. And there will be images formed in this particular circle as well. So many images will be formed. So just use our standard formula and see what do you get. Our standard formula is basically 360 divided by 60, which is 6, which is nothing but even. So number of images formed will be 6 minus 1, which is 5. So here 5 images are formed. Correct? Then here also 5 images are formed, and here also 5 images are formed. 5 by this, 5 by this, 5 by this. So 5 plus 5 plus 5. 5 because of this 2 mirrors on this circle. 5 because of these 2 mirrors on this circle. 5 because of these 2 mirrors on this circle. So a lot of you will be thinking 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 15, but 15 is not there. Yes, 15 is not there. So there is a catch. What is the catch? Understand, if you do 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, that is not the correct answer, because there is a catch. The catch is here, here and here, you're counting the images 2 times. This is a part of this circle also, and this is also a part of the green circle. This is a part of blue circle and yellow circle. If you have done permutation and combinations, often it happens that you overcount. You probably count the same thing twice. So you need to subtract those 3 things or 4 things or 5 things. So 3 counts are extra. So I will subtract that 3. This is basically common. This is basically common. Hence the total number of images will be 15 minus 3, which is nothing but 12. Exactly. 15 minus 3, which is nothing but 12. Hence option C is the correcto answer. Capto. C for Capto, Captain Shreyas, correcto. That is the correct answer. I'm very good, Harni. Nice to see you. You have missed some beautiful questions, which I just did right now. How many of you loved this question? And if you're loving these questions, go ahead, smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel, if you don't want to miss all these kind of questions, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Else you're going to miss a lot of theory, problems, tricks, tips, everything which I'm going to do in the run-up to the JEE Mains, JEE Advanced, EMSAT, BitSat. And many of you know that last year I did even BitSat English and BitSat, mental ability, logical questions. So I'm pretty sure you don't want to miss that. Okay, let's move on now to the next type of question, which is going to come up on your screen. Look at this. This is based on basically a curved mirror. So let me probably draw that curved mirror. So we have a curved mirror, something like this, because radius of curvature is asked. And from the focus, so let's say the focus is over here. So from the focus, the image of an object placed at 12 centimeters from the focus forms at a distance of 3 centimeters from the focus. So maybe, I'm just guessing this, maybe the object is placed over here and this distance is given to be, oh sorry, not that distance, my bad, from the focus. All the distances are measured from the focus. So 12 centimeters from the focus. The image is formed here. Okay, maybe the image is formed here. Example, this is 3 centimeters. The question is find the radius of curvature. Find the radius of curvature of this particular mirror. Just a random diagram. Hello Imran Isa, thank you for all the hearts and love, bacha. Thank you Vijay so much. Hello Joy Deepti, I'm pretty sure you have caught up by now, or else if you're not caught up, just make sure you watch the previous part of the session because that was also beautiful, or you can just continue from wherever you are. Yes, Chintu Bariskar, I'm seeing your chat too. Okay, so how do we do this question? A lot of you might be starting to use your mirror formula, right? Mirror formula, right? Okay, so basically you will think, okay, let me assume the focal length to be something. Let me use the mirror formula 1 by V, 1 by U, 1 by F, and then try to solve it. Trust me, it is going to be complex. Trust me, it is going to be very complex. But there is a simple trick to it. How many of you have heard of Newton's formula? Raise your hand. Hello Vasanti. Music World, there is already a Telugu channel, but we will be continuing over here in English only. And for EMSAT students, also we are conducting classes here. So if you have not heard of that, forget the answer. Newton's formula, let me just show it to you. Newton's formula is F square is equal to X square. F square is equal to XY. So what is this X? What is this Y? X and Y are the object and image distances from the focus. Usually what happens, V and U are object and image distances from the optical center, which is also called as the pole. Optical center, right, which is generally the pole. But X and Y are measured from the focus. Then X into Y becomes F square. F is the focal length. So some of you know it. So this is the application. Now you will see how it works. Observe. F square is equal to X into Y. X is 12, Y is 3, 12 3s are 36. So F square is basically 36. So F is nothing but root of 36, which is basically 6 centimeter. But we all know R is equal to 2 times of F. So it will be nothing but 2 into 6, which is nothing but 12 centimeters. That is the answer. That is the answer. I think I need to correct it over here. This was supposed to be 1, not 72. This was 12 centimeters. Is that clear, my dear students? Everyone? So my classes for NEET also, you can see it here, but I'll be soon coming on the NEET English channel separately later on. Not now, but in the days to come. Is NCERT formulas enough for VIT EEE, or should I learn these tricks for VIT EEE? It's better to learn these tricks, cricket boy, because you will be able to solve the questions easily. But generally the VIT problems are very easy. They are not very difficult. It's all about speed and accuracy and basically the knowledge. If you have good amount of knowledge, you will easily crack the VIT EEE exam with speed, of course. Okay, beautiful, beautiful short trick using Newton's formula. Use this where required. It will help you by a lot. It will save a lot of time, else you will just make those complicated equations. Now this is also another beautiful equation which is to be used for those students who do not want to waste a lot of time or who get confused in visualizing image velocity, object velocity in front of mirrors. So you might have seen those questions where the object is moving, mirror is moving, and then you have to find the image velocity, etc. And you get confused because the relative velocity itself is a confusing chapter. So I'll tell you, remember this equation, your job will be done. But please keep this in mind, these velocities are perpendicular to the mirror. These velocities are perpendicular to the mirror. So this formula, you will use it only in the direction which is perpendicular to the mirror, meaning if this is the mirror, okay, the mirror could have some velocity Vm, the image might have some velocity Vi, the object might have some velocity Vo. So these velocities are all perpendicular to the mirror. So they are all perpendicular to the mirror. But at the same time, the object, image, mirror, etc. might also have these kind of velocities. These are basically parallel velocities. So when those parallel velocities come, what you should do, maybe the mirror also has some parallel velocity, maybe the image also has some parallel velocity. Let me tell you, it is very simple. Remember just this fact that if you have a mirror, this is the object and this is the image. If somebody moves the mirror itself like this, nothing will happen to the image. The velocity of the image will be still 0, assuming the object is not moving. Because if the mirror moves like this, what difference does it make? The image will be always in front of the object. Just because you move the mirror, nothing will happen. Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. So, yes, very good, Joydipti. Good, you are understanding it from the beginning and starting it from the beginning. Yes, KSST, you might be a little bit late, but it's okay. I'm teaching different tricks. Hello, Karthik Ji. Okay. All right. Now, what happens if for example, my dear students, the object itself moves. The mirror is not moving. Then what happens? The image will also move. And this image velocity will be exactly equal to the object velocity. This is always parallel to the mirror. This is basically parallel to the mirror. So if the object moves, the image will also go like this. So obviously the image will always be in front of the mirror. So wherever the object goes, accordingly the image will move. So if you remember this much, you can solve any kind of question, believe me. Okay, so let's try to solve some questions so that you get a hang of it. What say, guys? Are you ready? Come on, light it up, the chat box. Are you guys ready? If you want to have a look at the theory once again, have a look. So this formula, only use it for perpendicular. For parallel, remember, if mirror moves, nothing happens. Only when the object moves, the image moves with the same speed. That's all. Is that clear? Oh, understood? Oh, amazing. Oh, can we go ahead? Let me know in the chat box, guys. Okay. So remember this theory. We are going to solve some questions based on this. Great. So have a look. So imagine that we have a mirror. Okay. I don't know any head and tail about, how the relative velocity works or how to take, image velocity, object velocity, but I just know the formula. So let's see how do we do this. For example, the object is given to be moving with 5 meters per second. Let me mark this as object first. Oops, sorry. This is your object. This is moving with 5 meters per second. The mirror is moving like this with 2 meters per second. The question is obviously to find the image velocity. So let's try to do this question. So where and how much will the image move? That's the question. So let's do. First of all, I have given you the formula. 2Vm is equal to VO plus Vi. So 2 times Vm is equal to VO plus Vi. Vm, mirror velocity is 2, but towards the left side, so do not forget to put minus. Lot of people put that number 2, but forget that minus. Remember, these are sign sensitive equations. So I can take right side positive, left side negative. Object speed is 5, so just put 5. Image velocity is unknown. Okay, so this will become minus 4 minus 5 is equal to Vi. So Vi will become minus 9 meters per second. Automatically the minus sign signifies that the image happens to move this way. The image happens to move this way with a speed of 9 meters per second. Is that clear, my dear students? So taking that 5 over here, it will become minus 4 minus 5. Many of you made it 5 minus 4 for some reason. That is wrong. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Yeah, so it is minus 9, guys. Dikshita, Triveni, Sri Priya, be careful, bacha log. I think you guys made a mistake out there. Be little careful. Okay, let's do one more question. You will get a hang of it. Okay, let's do one more question. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so maybe I will just change the diagram a little bit. Every time you are used to seeing the mirrors shaded that way. So the mirror is going maybe like this with a speed of 5 meters per second. Okay, and let us say this is the object, and this object is having a velocity of let's say 2 I cap with minus sign this way plus 4 j cap. This much is the meters per second, and the question is, what is the image velocity? That is the question. Let's try to solve this, everyone, with me. Okay, so let's try this. Because it is given minus 2 I cap and plus 4 j cap, so there are two components obviously. So I will split it up. This is one component which is 2 meters per second. There is another component which is 4 meters per second. What did I tell you about the components which are parallel to the mirror? What did I tell you about the components which are parallel to the mirror? Forget everything else. If the object goes like this, the mirror is here. If the object goes like this, the image will also go in front of it always. So one thing is clear, velocity of the image in the y direction is obviously 4 meters per second upwards. Everyone with me? Everyone with me? Yes, VMR, it will be posted later on. Yes, crazy one, you can post it up in the comment section after the video is over. Okay, now the next thing, only consider the perpendicular components. Now only look at the perpendicular components. For perpendicular components, use this formula. 2 times of Vm is equal to Vo plus Vi. Okay, use sign convention, stick to sign convention. Velocity of the mirror is this way, so I am going to put it as minus 5. Velocity of the object is just 2 with that 2 minus sign plus Vi. Okay, so this will become minus 10, correct? Minus 10. This minus, when it comes over here, it will become plus 2 is equal to Vi. So velocity of the image will become minus 8 meters per second. Understood? So hence this is only in the x direction, by the way. Is only in the x direction. So the total velocity of the image in vector form will be minus 8 I cap, because that's in x, and y direction it is upwards, so plus 4 j cap meters per second. That is the answer. Very good, you guys have got it now. Let's do some more complex question, guys. Okay, I'm going to give you more complex question. Don't get scared. Okay, let's be ready for it. Any kind of question now you'll be able to solve because you attended Shreyas Sir's class. Okay, so let's try to do this beautiful complex question. You will find it so easy. You will be like, sir, why did I leave these questions all these years? Okay, imagine this is the velocity of the mirror and I give anything like 2 I cap plus let's say 4 j cap meters per second. Example. Okay, then I tell you that there is an object over here. It is going like this, like a crazy guy. Okay, this is my object and it is going with minus, let's say, I don't know, maybe 5 I cap plus, I don't know, maybe 3 j cap meters per second. That is what it is. And the question is, how much speed and direction, everything. You have to find everything about that image, with what speed it is going. Yes, crazy one, you can still crack it, bacha, if you follow my lectures, if you follow the one shots, if you follow the crash courses, if you follow my problem solving series, if you follow the mock tests and the strategies. I have just made a lecture few weeks back, how to crack JEE. Can I still crack it? Just search for it, you will find it. That's your job to find that lecture and start doing it. Okay, chalo, let's try to do this question. See, whenever you have some angles, right, always take components. Don't take the resultant one, always take the components. Now this I can split it up this way. Okay, this I can split it up this way. This is going with 2 meters per second this way. This is going left side with a speed of 5 meters per second. If you look on the other side, this is going up with 3 meters per second upwards. This component is 4 meters per second. This is 4 meters per second. I think I just told you, when the mirror moves, it's useless. Mirror moving is useless. Only the object moving causes some displacement. Mirror moving in which direction? Parallel direction, not this direction. Mirror moving in this direction is completely useless. So this is what I had mentioned over here for the parallel. This was only for the parallel. So if you look over here, this 4 is completely useless, guys. It's nonsense. I mean, I don't even need this. Just look at this object. The object is moving upwards with 3. Naturally, the image in the y direction must have exactly 3 meters per second in the upward direction. The motion of the mirror has no role to play. Everyone with me? Wow, very good, Joy Deepti. Yes, Kavla, why can't you crack NEET? Who has told you can't crack NEET? Okay, now already somebody has started posting the answers. Let's see the X component. Some of you, come on guys, you should brush up, come on, push yourself and try to figure out the answer. Don't ask, sir, can I crack JEE? Can I crack NEET? Obviously you can crack, man. Who has told you you cannot? So concentrate on the classes. Stop browsing all these things that can I crack it. If somebody is telling you that you can't, they are lying to you. You can crack it. Stop watching such videos now. It's time for action, let me tell you that. So over here, I will again use 2 times of Vm is equal to Vo plus Vi, correct? Vo plus Vi. Now, what is the velocity of the mirror? I think it is that side, plus 2, right side. So I'm just going to put plus 2 over here. What is the velocity of the object? It is 5, but with a negative sign, and plus Vi, correct? Okay, just rearrange this. So 2 2s are 4, minus over here becomes plus. So guys, I'm going to get Vi is equal to 9 meters per second. So I think my answer is done. So but this is, by the way, only in X direction. Let me tell you that. So my final answer of the velocity of the image will be 9 I cap. And this is plus 3 J cap meters per second. Very nice. Sri Priya, Imran, Nani. Yes, Kavala. Very good, Triveni. Nani, Ray Optics total class is there in the Pathfinder playlist. You can find it out, right? You know how to go to playlist? You know how to go to 12th standard section? And you will see physics playlist. Open that. You will find Ray Optics. All the classes. Everything is there. Very good, Tanuja. Music world. Awesomeness. Now, once you have understood this much part, let's go to another kind of tricky questions where you have silvered lenses. Okay, where you have silvered lenses. So, many people, you know, they get confused when one part is silvered, when one part is, reflective, it's a concave convex lens. So many combinations, permutations are possible in these situations. What to do in these kind of scenarios? Let me tell you that. See, understand the rays which come from a silvered lens. This is a lens, it's silvered. Silvered means there is a mirror of exact same fitting just attached to that lens. So that will first enter the lens. It will get refracted by the lens. Then it will get reflected by the mirror. Okay, it will get reflected by the mirror. And lastly, again it will get refracted by the lens. So there are in all how many events? In all there are how many events? Very good, Shreyas NEET. Nice to see you. Somebody with my name. Yes, Sai Arjun, this is going to help you for EM side. Sai Arjun, please stop thinking, and all the EMSAT or any aspirant, be it CUET or be it BitSat, stop thinking that, sir, JEE lecture, sir, it will not help me. That is wrong. Start watching these classes. Don't say, sir, for ray optics, EMSAT conduct a separate tips and tricks session. That is meaningless. It is the same concept. It will not change much. Yeah, but I am conducting separate EMSAT based on the pattern, difficulty and the portions of EMSAT. That is different. But you should understand, guys, especially people who are preparing for different engineering tests, be it VIT, EEE, MIT, SRM, okay, it is the same thing. So whatever problem solving sessions are there, that's for you. Okay, is that clear? Yes, very good, guys. There are basically two refractions and one reflection which is going to happen. So what happens is this ray enters the lens, it gets reflected from the mirror, it gets reflected from the mirror, and finally it again gets refracted from the mirror. So this entire combination behaves like a mirror eventually. This entire combination finally behaves like a mirror. It could be convex or concave. So this is the effective mirror which is going to be formed. So remember, whenever there is a silvered lens, it's going to behave like a mirror, curved mirror. Concave or convex depends on the power, whether it is positive or negative. If the power is positive, then that means it is converging, that means it is concave. If the power effective is negative, that means it is diverging, so it will be convex mirror. So it depends on the final result, but remember, it is always a mirror. So I'll just mention that over here, a silvered lens eventually is a curved mirror, is some kind of curved, whether it is concave or convex depends on the final value. It's always a curved mirror. If it is concave, that means it is positive power or basically negative focal length. If it is convex, then it is negative power, because mirror convex, it is diverging, so negative power, or positive focal length. Is that clear, my dear warriors? Is that clear, my dear warriors? Oh, your name is Shreyas. Oops, I didn't see that exclamation and that I over there. Oh, nice. Okay. Nandini, if you are able to understand the concepts but not able to solve the problems, that means you have not solved enough solved examples, you have not played around with the formula, you have not done a lot of substitution, you have not done multiple techniques, you have not played with the formula or the question in a reverse manner. When you solve, try to do it reverse. Also, try not to look at solutions and practice whatever you have done in class, solved examples, simple exercises many times, 10 times, 5 times, 4 times, does not matter. Even if you are doing the same question again on your own, it's okay. Do that, then you will be able to get it. Okay, chalo, let's do this. Hello Khushi, nice to see you back, bacha. So again, a very good topic out here. Come on guys, let's do this. First of all, when you combine all these things into one thing, what you're going to do is use the power formula, guys. So there are two refractions, that means 2 times power of the lens. Always the powers get added. Whenever you combine, right, many things, power of this plus power of this plus power of this will be the net power. So power of lens 2 times plus the power of the mirror will become the effective power. Is that okay, everyone? Okay, last thing over here, the power of a lens, what's the formula? Is it 1 by f or minus 1 by f? And power of a mirror, is it 1 by f or minus 1 by f? Answer that, guys. Nani Yadav, actually what happens, no? Ray optics, na, over the centuries it has changed a lot. So what used to happen is in 1700s and in 1800s, the mirror formula used to look something like this: 1 by v into 1 by u is equal to 1 by f square. Then what happened is, in the later half of 19th century, this formula changed and then it became 1 by v plus 1 by u is equal to 1 by root of f. Then what happened in the last few years, this formula changed, and even the ray diagram started changing because lenses started changing, world is evolving. So then what happened? It became 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. Then just last year, I discovered that the actual formula for mirror is 1 by V plus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. Now this year I'm not yet sure what the formula is going to be. So I'm not yet analyzed what that new formula is going to be. As soon as I find out what that new generation formula is going to be, I will make a lecture on that, because last year's lecture you cannot use now, because the formulas will keep changing, 100% guarantee. Yeah, so don't worry, I will make it. Okay, a new formula, because every year the formulas will keep changing. Like you have 1G phone, 2G phone, 3G phone, generations are there. So same way, I think we should have generation. 1G ray optics, 2G ray optics, everything will have to make. So I'll make the same thing again, okay, don't worry. Okay, chalo, let's do this. What is the power of a mirror? Power of a mirror is negative 1 by F. Power of a lens is 1 by FL. So keep this in mind. Whenever you have a mirror, it's negative. Whenever you have a lens, it is positive 1 by F. Be careful. Nani, don't feel bad, bacha. I have already done it. In fact, I want to add value to whatever I have done. So last year, whatever I have done, right? If I do the same thing, I will not be adding value to you. I think about you guys. So that's why I'm doing these problem solving sessions. I cannot do all these things in the lecture, because you are just understanding it for the first time. But imagine you are a sincere student. I know Nani and others are very sincere who will watch the entire playlist. And then you're like, sir, I understood this. Now I want to scale up. I want to improve my concepts. I want to do advanced. I want to do EMSAT. I want to do BitSat. I want to improve problem solving skills. So that's why you attend these classes, bacha. Yes. Okay. Fine. Hello, Deepak. Now, the effective power formula. What will be the effective power formula? Remember, effective power is a mirror. So whenever it's a mirror, what's the formula? Negative. So it will be minus 1 by F effective. So this is what you're going to use. If it's a mirror, it's negative. This effective is a mirror. Keep this in mind. That's why minus. Whenever it's a mirror, minus. Whenever it's a lens, positive 1 by F. Is that clear? Let's do a question. Maybe we'll get a hang of it. Hello, Surya World. Is that clear? This formula is clear. Okay, for silvered lens. Let's do this. Okay, observe this question, my dear students. What is the radius of curvature? Do you see it? 20. What is it? Silvered on one side. What is the power of the lens? 4 diopters. It's mentioned. Question says find the effective power. Find the effective power. Let's do this, my dear students. Okay, let's do. What do we do now? First of all, to find the effective power, I know I have to do power of lens 2 times plus power of the mirror. Power of the lens is already given, so it is 4 diopters, so 4 into 2. The only thing I do not know is the power of the mirror. Acha, how do I do that now? Let's see. I know the radius of curvature. If I know the radius of curvature, just look at this mirror. Just look at this mirror. So guys, think about it. Only if you look at the mirror, R is equal to 2 times of F. R is basically 20. So therefore, F is equal to 10 centimeters, but this is only the magnitude. Strictly speaking, the focal length is negative, because this is a mirror. The focal point will be somewhere over here on the negative side. So actually speaking, it is minus 1 by 10. It is minus 1 by 10. So what will be the power of the mirror? It's minus 1 by focal length. Remember, I just told you, whenever a mirror, put minus. Whenever a lens, put plus in the lens formula. So it is minus 1 by minus 10. So it is plus 10 diopters. It is plus 10 diopters, or whatever it is. I think it should be, my bad. Sorry, it's not plus 10 diopters, because this has to be in meters. For converting it into diopters, that's one thing which I should be very careful about. So minus 10, this is centimeters. So actually speaking, it is minus 1 meter. It is minus 1 meter, right? Correct? Okay. So minus minus cancels. So it will just become 1 diopter. It will just become 1 diopter. Everybody with me on this? Everybody with me on this? Clearo? Understoodo? Okay, so what am I going to put over here? Just put 1 over here. So 4 2s are 8, 8 plus 1 is going to be 9. So 9 diopters is the answer. 9 diopter is the answer. Deepak, monochromatic. Mono means single, chroma means light. So single color light is called monochromatic. Like pure orange. It does not have yellow, it does not have green, it does not have shades of orange, single color. Monochromatic green means only one wavelength, no mixture. There is no adulteration. Is that clear? Alright, so all these things are done. Let's move on to another question which is going to come up on screen. Also very tricky question. Very tricky question. Find the apparent position in the situation shown below. The bottom is silvered. Common question. I'm going to make you understand everything over here. Observe this. Yes. Yes. Remember this now, what we are going to do. So beautiful question, guys. Let's just take some simple values. I don't want to complicate just because of the values over here. Let's just say this is, let's say this is, 30 centimeters. Let's say this height is 20 centimeters. So naturally from here, this will be 10 centimeters from the surface. Okay, everything clear? Okay, now I'm going to make some variations in this and I'm going to see from every other angle. So here is what I'm going to do. Let's assume that the refractive index of the material, okay, I'm just going to take it as, let's say 2. Mu is equal to 2. Doesn't matter. It's just going to keep the calculation simple. That's all. It's just for keeping the calculation simple because I want you to focus on the concept, not on the calculations for this question. Okay. Now, O is the observer, P is the object being seen. So here I am going to say O is basically the observer. P is nothing but that point which is seen. So this is basically our object in this case. This is our object. First question. If the observer sees P directly, observer sees P directly, he will see it at which point? Where do you think he will see that point P? Come on, my dear students, think about it. This is a question on apparent depth. So the observer is in a rarer medium. The object is in a denser medium. So the object will come closer to the surface. So I can use this formula. H apparent is H actual divided by mu. Divided by mu, correct? So what is the H actual? It's at a depth of 10. The refractive index is 2. So 5 centimeters from the surface. That's where you're going to see the point P at. Not at 10, at 5 centimeters. Is that clear, everyone? Hello, Subhash Shubhi. Next part of the question. Where will the observer see the reflection of P at which particular location? Now you will be wondering, sir, what is reflection? This is the mirror. Please remember, the bottom surface below is silvered. Bottom surface below is silver. Crazy. Imagine there is a liquid, the bottom surface is silver. So this point's image will first be reflected by the mirror down over here. Let's try to understand that. If this is at 20, this mirror over here is going to make this point P look over here. This point P look over here. This distance will be obviously 20 centimeters. Not just that. Even the water above will be reflected. A lot of people forget that. Even the water which is there here or liquid which is there here will be reflected. Now, if you are the observer and you look at this point, this is P prime, you can say, or P1. If you now look at P1, don't you feel or don't you see that P1 will appear really deep inside water? Really deep inside that liquid? In fact, at a distance of 30 plus 20, in fact, you can measure that right from here, guys. Right from here, it is 30 plus 20, which is at a distance of 50 centimeters deep inside. Did you see that? Hello, Ikasaki. Hello, Haripriyan. Beautiful now, because the water on the top mirror, what is its job? It will reflect. So water on the top will get reflected. So the observer will feel, oh, it is 50 centimeters inside, but apparent depth concept has to be used. So the object will get shifted slightly up. There is 50 centimeters water here. So the apparent depth will be 50 divided by mu. Mu is 2. So 25 centimeters. So he will feel that the object is somewhere over here. That means when you see from the top, you will see the reflection. The reflection will come closer and it will be seen somewhere over here. Is that clear? If the final rays are converging, we will always have a real image. Real image. Okay, Deepak? Yeah. But that will be called as a virtual object. It will be a virtual object, but a real image. Oh, you are from my ALI class, Sisaki Vignesh. Nice to see you, bacha, over here. Good to see you, bacha. Look. Is that clear? Shall we do a modification in this? Can we do a modification in this and see what happens? Okay, I'm going to do a small modification and you are going to love this modification. You will be like, what nonsense, sir? I never thought we could do all these things at home. Okay, so guys, ready for the modification? Now, the observer is point P. The observer is point P. That's the crazy part. This is the observer. The object, the O point is over here, which is the object. So this is basically your object. And let us just assume that this distance, for namesake, I don't know, maybe let's say 10 centimeters. Okay, who cares? 10 centimeters. Clear, amazing world, very nice. Surya world. Nari Sudarshan, why don't you post a comment after some time? Maybe I'll post the important thing. Focal length of the mirror should be 0.1 meters. Oh, Naveen, thank you so much, bacha. Thank you so much. Yes. Things will change. And I took it as 1 meter. I'm so sorry. Yep, you're right. Thank you so much for pointing it out. So let me just go back. And did I just take it as 1 meter by chance, by mistake? That is wrong. I'm so sorry. Let me just change all this. Thank you so much for pointing it out. So over here, I'll do one thing. I'll just change some other data over here so that our calculations will be fine. Nothing will get affected. Thank you for pointing it out. Yep. So let me make this as 200 centimeters and let me make this also as 200 centimeters. Does that make everything fine now? So then this will be basically 200. So this will be 100. So this will be basically 100 centimeter, which is equal to -1 meter. Now does that make sense? Is it fine? Yep. Thank you for pointing it out. Now does that make sense? Now is the answer 9 doubters? Is that okay? Naveen? Clear. Very good. That shows that you guys are so attentive. Proud of you guys. Proud of you. Very good. So let's come back to this question now. I've changed some data points right over here. Now observe carefully. What I'm going to do is, see guys, this is the object, this is the observer. Object, observer. Now I'm going to sit inside the liquid and then look at the object above in the air. See how things will look different. If the observer P looks at O, it will appear at, where do you think it is going to appear at? Now the logic here is the apparent height will be actual height into mu multiplied by, when you are in a dense medium looking at a rare medium, it appears farther. So actually speaking, it should be 10, because 10 is measured from the surface, into mu is 2. So it will be 20 centimeters from the surface. Is that clear? Very good, Jayant. Now the next part of the question. Imagine this object gets reflected inside the mirror. Crazy question, but true. if this object gets reflected inside the mirror, you are the observer, you are seeing inside the liquid. See, there is something above you. That guy's reflection will fall here inside the mirror. You see that reflection. Where do you think you will see that? That is the crazy part. Are you ready for solving this question? Are you ready for solving this question, guys? Everyone with me on this? Okay. Now, here is what you are going to do. To find the image of the reflection of O as seen by P. Okay, that is what our next concern is. When you look at that object inside the liquid, that object is on the top, the object appears to be at 20 centimeters inside the water. So for the water or for the liquid and the mirror which is also in the same liquid, the point O is basically 20 centimeters from the surface. It is 20 centimeters from the surface, everybody. Okay, if it is 20 centimeters from the surface, this object appears to be over here, O prime or O1, whatever you want to call it. Strictly speaking, from the mirror, it is 20 plus 30, which is 50 centimeters. So from the mirror, the O prime is basically at 50 centimeters. So the mirror will feel the object. Mirror will feel that the object is at 50 centimeters. What is the job of the mirror? It will reflect whatever it sees. The actual object is at 10, but from the surface, but actually it is at 20 as seen from inside water. So from the mirror it is at 50 centimeters. So the job of the mirror is to reflect whatever it sees. So you will see this O prime's image will be formed over here, O double prime, directly over here. This will be 50 centimeters. So the final image will be at O double prime, which is basically at 50 centimeters below the mirror. This is how you're going to solve the question. It's a beautiful, beautiful question. I hope you guys enjoyed solving this question as well. Did you? Did you not? Did you not? Was this amazing? Right? So we have done all the permutation combinations. That was the object, this was the observer. Then this was the object, that was the observer. All the permutations, combinations done. And that too, this guy's reflection, that guy's reflection. So many things done. After this, you will not face confusion. If you are confused after this also, that means you need to redo this. And aram se, pause the video and then go ahead. Okay, it was a very interesting question. Let's move ahead to probably one of the last few questions that we have. Okay, so I'll just take a random valued question. I don't know, I can just take probably this as a refractive index, maybe 1.5, maybe the radius of curvature as, I don't know, maybe 10 centimeters, let's say. And there is liquid over here, okay, refractive index, let's say 2 maybe, who knows, okay, fair enough. The question is, if there is an object placed over here, imagine there is an object placed over here. The rays from the object will refract from the lens, then from the liquid, then reflect from the mirror, then again refract in the liquid, then again refract in the lens and then come back, so that the image is formed at the same place where the object is placed. Always measure the height from the surface, never from the observer. Very good question, Sri Priya Budhiraju. Very good you asked that. Always it is measured from the surface. So that's a good concept which you should remember. So there are 5 events happening. First, lens. Second, liquid. Third, reflection. Fourth, liquid. Then again lens. So 5 events. You will be like, my goodness, this is crazy. But that's why you have attended this class, to simplify the problem. How to simplify the question? think. I'm going to teach you. What does a mirror do? It reflects whatever it sees. It reflects whatever it sees, number one. Number two, it is mentioned that the image forms on the object. Whenever you see these kind of questions, that means the rays are going to retrace themselves. What are the rays going to do? They are going to retrace themselves. So, if at all the rays will come like this, refract, you will see I should be able to put a double arrow mark over here because they are just going to retrace themselves. There is nothing crazy about it. It's just going to retrace. Also, because there is a mirror, whatever is there in the front will get reflected behind. So I'm just going to show the reflection, my dear students. Observe this carefully. I'm just going to show the reflection over here. Okay, I'm just going to show the reflection, and maybe like this. This is our lens over here, and we have our liquid, something like this. Okay, beautiful. So this is our complete diagram, and it reflects whatever is there in the front. So this object's reflection will be formed exactly somewhere over here. I'm just going to call it as, let's say, point A, at exactly point A. Okay, now here is the thing. Even these rays which are going like this, they should be also reflected like this, exactly mirror image, Xerox copy I should do. So why not just think of it like this, they refract and maybe they go like this over here. Okay, I'm just showing some random ray diagram, but just to show whatever is happening on the top is happening here. Now you know what I feel over here? What I feel over here? I feel there are two lenses. Forget the mirror now. Completely forget the mirror. There are two lenses, and also in between there is a liquid of a weird shape, of a very nice shape. I don't know whether you saw that. This liquid between them is of this shape. What does it make you feel? What does it make you feel? What kind of arrangement is this? What kind of arrangement is this? Thank you, Jay. I'm so glad. Oh, and you are in IIT Dhanbad. I remember, Jay, you are last year student. Very nice. And Ekalavya batch also. I'm so happy that you came back to tell me that. I'm so happy. Concave lens, very good. So guys, what do we have over here is essentially two of these lenses, two of the convex lenses, and we have one number of concave lens. Very good. And these two together will form a one single lens. I don't know, it could be anything. This is your effective lens. This is your effective lens such that the object is here, the image is formed at A, and this distance is equal to this distance. What will such a condition be? When do you think you have a lens, the object distance is equal to the image distance? That's only going to happen in one and only one condition, my dear students, and that is when the object is at 2 times f. So image will be also formed at 2f. Remember that condition? Object at 2f, image at 2f. I'm so happy, Vishu. No, not center of curvature, Sripriya. Sripriya, center of curvature is for mirror. For lens, it is 2f. For lens. Okay, for lens. This is a lens, not a mirror. So be careful. Yeah, so it is 2f. Okay, so now I'm getting something. Oh, this is actually simple now. You just have to find the focal length of each one of them. So 1 by focal length of the convex lens. 1 by focal length of the convex lens. This glass lens is nothing but 1.5 minus 1. 1 by 10 minus 1 by minus 10, because I think 10 centimeters was the radius of curvature. Using the lens maker formula, mu minus 1, 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Use the sign convention, you will get it. So 1.5 minus 1 is half. 1 by 10 plus 1 by 10 is 2 by 10. So this is going to be 1 by 10. So focal length of the convex lens is basically 10 centimeters. Similarly, 1 by focal length of the concave lens is again, it's made of liquid. So mu is 2, be careful. So 2 minus 1 into 1 by R1. R1 is minus 10 minus 1 by R2, that is going to be plus 10. So this will be 1 into minus minus becomes minus. So K, so it will become 2 by 10, which is minus 1 by 5. So focal length of the concave lens is minus 5 centimeters. Cool. So to find the effective focal length, I'll use this. 1 by F effective is nothing but 1 by F of the convex. But there are two such lenses, so into 2. Remember, 1 by F effective is 1 by F1 plus 1 by F2 plus 1 by F3 lenses in combination. Plus 1 by F of the concave. So let's see, what do we get? Convex is 10. Convex is 10. So 1 by 10 into 2. 1 by 10 into 2. And then we have basically the concave. Concave is 1 by minus 5. So 1 by 5 over here. Oh, coincidentally, the answer is coming out to be 0, guys. Coincidentally, the answer is going to come out to be 0, a big fat 0. So what does this mean? The focal length is basically tending towards infinity. Focal length is tending towards infinity. That means it is just going to be like not even a lens, not even a mirror, nothing. There is nothing over there. Think of nothing over there. So this means that you are not going to get any position where the object will form, the image will be formed on the object itself. So hence, this means it is not possible. It means it is not possible. It's basically a plane mirror. So because, you know, after all, there is a mirror over here. Okay, so when you reflect it back, you will see that the focal length is infinity. That means whatever rays come, they again go to infinity. They are never merged. So whatever rays come, they again go to infinity. So they are never able to merge. That's it. So hence, no matter where you place the object, you will never get the image at the same place. That's all. Tech Guru, welcome bacha log. Is that clear? So for these values, at least I did not get any position. So let's solve more questions, guys, in the days to come. But before that, make sure you are a part of the Telegram channel. Make sure you are daily seeing the Telegram notifications. Scan this QR code if needed, or there is a link in the description box. And I have placed a homework question for all of you. Solution will be given to you in the Telegram channel only. Okay, so solve this tricky question involving prism and a plane mirror and basic ray optics. Okay, and for those students who want to practice even more questions, who want a collection of good problems, who want to be involved in live classes, discussions, doubt solving, test series, discussion of test series, improvement programs, compare their ranks with all India ranks, as well as get an approximate idea of where you stand. All you need to do is go down below over here, and in this you will see JEE crash course in English. Hindi is also there. So just click on this. You will see, you can change the language, you can change the courses. If you are 11th standard student too, you can see all the details right over here, right? So the results, the demo classes, the schedule, features, everything. There are both the options available, Crash Plus and Crash. In Crash and Crash Plus, the main difference is, you know, the personal teacher that you get, live discussions of PYQs, live discussions of practice questions, just like we did today. And you will get recordings of detailed syllabus of our actual pro classes. The pro classes recordings you will get, and a personal teacher. So that's the main difference. You can see the price is now at 20% off, 8,800 only. You also have EMI options at 2,000 rupees per month. So you save 6,000 rupees and you have to hardly pay. Let's say, for example, you go for 0% interest for 12 months or something. You just pay 2,000 rupees per month. So that option is also there for all of you. Make sure you have smashed the like button, guys, for today's session. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Are you from which state? I'm from Maharashtra, but right now I'm in Bangalore. So Karnataka right now. Need more questions from this chapter. Okay, so you know where to go. And just go to the playlist, bacha. Go to the playlist, and you will see a lot of problem solving sessions as well. In case you have not seen that, please watch it. Here, 0 to hero, 0 to hero. Just watch that. Problem solving is also there. Look at this, JEE Mains problem solving sessions. You can visit this playlist. And for more detailed coverage, you also have the playlist for 12th as well as 11th standard. So in 12th standard playlist also you will get all these things. Okay. The use of pro subscription, bacha. First of all, you get test series, you get rank improvement program, you get doubt solving, you get assignments, you get discussions, you get the Vedantu coaching material, you get counseling, you get guidance, you get strategy sessions, you get awesome teachers like us, and obviously you have every support that you need at every stage, be it board preparation, after boards, okay, JEE revision, everything is taken care of. Okay, thank you, Imran. Thank you. Bye bye, Srija. Have a great time, Javed, Khushi. Glad you enjoyed, liked, and my batch student as well. Bye bye, Madan. Take care. Have a great time. And see you guys in the next class. And we'll solve more such amazing questions. Okay. Bye bye. Have a great time. Hasta la vista. This was Captain Shreyas.